YouTube family, this is Queen Renee coming at you with another video. Um, First off, I do want to say um, that yesterday was my birthday and I had a pretty nice day. I can't complain. So today I did want to come and give you just a little video. It's going to be pretty short. Hopefully I can make this short and sweet because I don't want to be before you long here. But what I wanted to make a video on was predatory lending. Now, yes, I am going to have me a little wine, a little sparkly wine here while I'm talking to you guys. But, so predatory lending, I want to talk about a company called Lendumo. And I also will be talking a little bit about cash and go. So, before we get started, I do want to just do a little bit of housekeeping. Just this is my channel where I pretty much do talk about whatever it is that's on my mind any given time or whatever's going on. Sometimes I do subscription box openings and I will do little known Black History facts, current events, and I also have videos of my water fasting log. So today is a little different because I've never made a video like this one, but I just felt the need to make this video. So let's go ahead and get on into it. So I'm gonna just kind of tell you guys, and it's normally I don't share, talk about my business as far as really what's, my day-to-day situations or what have you. But for the sake of this video, I am going to share a little bit of my personal business with you guys on this afternoon here. So, I found myself in a situation where I was in need of some cash fast. We did have, me and my partner, we have had some financial difficulties during this COVID situation. He's actually lost 2 jobs due to the COVID within the last few months here. So, so that did, set us back, because when you're a 2-household income, you're always depending on both incomes to come in steadily to keep things afloat the way that they are. But unfortunately, due to COVID, we have had some some financial issues. He's lost 2 jobs, and I actually had to take out a substantial loan in order for me to make a trip to Mississippi in order for my children to be at their older sisters, my stepdaughter's funeral because she passed due to the COVID. So it was just kind of like a triple whammy during this time. So we are slowly trying to put ourselves back on track and get everything back in order. So, so we had some like I said, some financial issues going on. So I found that I was in need of some cash and I needed it expediently for a bill. Now, um, I already had a loan out that I was working on paying off with Ace Cash Express. Now I deal with Ace Cash Express whenever I need some quick cash to get me to the next pay period or what have you. But it's not, I don't use it often. Reason being is because I know the fact that these lending payday loan places are not something that you want to get yourself into and that you're constantly depending on. I only use them when it is an absolute emergency. Um, so I never do, like, I never paid the loan for the extended time. I try to get it paid off in the, like in a month or what have you, like that. But as I stated, my partner has lost two jobs. So he's been in between jobs, kind of, we're trying to get it back together. So I still have this Ace Cash Express loan that is needing to be paid every pay period until I can get it where I can just pay it off and be done with it. So anyway, at this point, that means I can't take another loan out with Ace, or I would have dealt with them, but that wasn't an option at the time. So we needed to get this loan and went to Cash and Go. And when we went to Cash and Go's physical building was closed. So it's, like it says, if you go to their website or whatever, it was saying that you can just do a loan online, which is fine with me, because really it's more convenient. Uh, but I guess I didn't really know what I was setting myself up for. So went online, Cash and Go, went online, um, went to do an application with Check and Go, and Check and Go sends me to this other lender, which happened to be Lendumo. Now, Lendumo, they were fine. They were happy to give me a loan. Really wasn't no problems or what have you. They were saying, "Oh yeah, we can get you $1,500, yada yada yada." Like, okay, cool, but I'm like, I don't need $1,500. Oh, you don't want to take the $1,500? And I'm like, no, I just want $450. I just need $450. And so they were all, okay, well, yeah, we can do $450. So they gave me this loan for $450. Now, mind you, when you do the loan, because it's some kind of way, when everything has to be approved, and you know how you do your, I guess, your docu-signing, the person on the phone is like, oh, okay, so just hit submit, or hit this something. It wasn't submit, but it was something kind of like next, but it said something else. And just hit that and hit that until you get to whatever. So they're kind of rushing you or whatever. So at this point, I wasn't able to go through and read things. And even if I hadn't been able to go through and kind of read what it was on there, it did not actually have the breakdown of the loan and repayment. I'm old enough to know that if you can't see it, if I can't see it on paper, it doesn't register the percentages that they say, and I don't even know that I heard it, and I'm pretty sure they said it when they were reading their little spiel so fast. I'm pretty sure it was in there. I missed it somewhere, but I'm an adult. I'm old enough to know that their job is to get you to sign on a dotted line and get this loan on you as fast as possible without you hearing and understanding what you're setting yourself up for. So I'm old enough to know that, and I'm not delusional of that, but I never had something like this situation, and I'll get to what I mean when I say that. So after all was said and done, and we go on. Now, I don't have access to the breakdown of everything, as far as they never told me how long this loan could be set out for. None of that. Now that I was listening for, but I never asked either, which I should have, but I didn't. So I didn't get that information, I'll say. So after I did, like I said, I didn't get the breakdown of this loan until the Monday, this following Monday, when they sent me a reminder email. So they sent me a reminder email, and the reminder email was saying, oh, just a reminder that your payment is due on Friday, the 2nd. So I'm like, cool. And it said, log into your account to see, your payment options, blah, blah, blah. So I logged into the account. When I logged into the account, I see that the first payment is $137.07. Now, first of all, $137.07 is quite high for a $450 loan. So I scrolled through to see the payments, the monthly payments. They have the monthly payments from October 2nd all the way to March something. I think it's like March 27th or March 20 something. But that's how long I have to pay this off. At $137.07 every 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, that's $274 or something of that nature. If I'm trying to do it quickly in my head, but anyway, it's something like that. And I'm like, that's awful expensive for a $450 loan, and you're gonna be getting $474 or something like that from me every month until March on a $450 loan. So, needless to say, I have to figure out what's the deal here. So I get a hold of all the contract stuff because I don't get that information until I have the account. I look in the account, which I didn't even bother to look at because I'm like, I know it's high. I know the interest is high on it. So I'm not really tripping out or whatever. When I go in and I look at what it is, they have me paying back 1,600 and some odd dollars on a $450 loan. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And you must be insane to think that I would stretch this loan out that long so I can pay you $1,600 on a $450 loan? Who the hell does that? On top of that, I end up calling the line, the customer service, because I'm like, okay, I need to know what the payout is because they don't have that anywhere on my account on the website. When I log into my account, they don't have it anywhere. If I go to my account with Ace every month gives me every time I make a payment. So every 2 weeks, I get a payout amount. It's sitting up at the top. It tells me exactly how much I would need to pay in order to pay out the loan. Pay that loan off and be done with it. Lendumo does not give me that information, which it should on a bi-weekly basis give out that information, but it doesn't. It doesn't have that in there. So I call the customer service line and I'm like, okay, so what's the payout if I pay this out on Friday? So he tells me if I pay it out on Friday, it will be 550, 554 or 550 something, which ain't that bad, because they're high as hell. So that means that's $100 that I've paid you $100 for this loan if I had paid it out, been able to pay it out on this Friday, which I wasn't able to pay it out because it's rent week. So, hence to say the majority of the money had to go towards rent and then trying to make these two loan payments. So I say, all right, if I make this minimum payment on Friday and the next time this is due, which is 2 Fridays from then, what's the payout going to be at that point? He tells me 576, 70 something. So I'm like, that does not compute. How is it that it's going up instead of going down? And I made a payment. I'll be making a payment before then. So he goes on to tell me, well, it accrues interest every day. Okay, fine. And then he says, and of the principal, only $6 goes towards the principal. The rest of the 137.07 is interest. So that means $131.07 is all interest. The only part that goes towards principal is $6. $6, y'all. I was like, are you in fucking sane? You got to be kidding me. $6? When I say that Lendumo is a perfect example of predatory lending. It is that blew my mind. Now I went and I looked at their little agreement thingy or whatever, and this Lendumo actually is one of these tribal based loan companies. So it is owned by the Native Americans. And the thing about that is, which I watched a couple of documentaries about this a while ago. When these people have these loan companies that are tribal based, they're allowed to charge astronomical amounts of money to the consumer in interest because they are not they're not technically under federal laws or state laws. They have to follow some of the laws that govern financial institutions, but not so much. They have their own set of rules that they can go by because they kind of go under the radar of the federal government. And they don't have to follow those federal guidelines or the state guidelines because they are a sovereign nation. They are a Native American tribal nation that has its own rules and regulations. So that's how they get to be able to prey on people that are in need of cash quickly because they have their own laws that they go by. Now, another thing about that, usually when you see a situation where they have these tribal payday loan places, they're normally not even ran by the natives. They're on their land. They have a face of like the chief of that tribe and yada yada yada, but they're really not owned nor ran by the tribe. They're most of the time owned by some white man or white men that go to these tribes and pay them so much to be able to use their tribe in order to set up these predatory lending places. And that's how they get by. And they make millions upon millions a year from people that are in a situation where they are in need of quick cash. And unfortunately for a lot of people, they can't work their way out because they don't understand or they don't bother to check and see because they're thinking, oh, if I take out a $450 loan, if they're charging me 137, if I make about 4 to 5 loan payments, I should be done paying them. So they're thinking, oh, with the interest and yada, 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 I'll make about, it should only take me maybe 2 months, 2.5 months maybe, to pay this off. Well, when they think that they've had it paid off, and then these people continue to take money out of your account, they're like shocked. Like, why are you still taking money out of my account? I done paid y'all off. And then they tell them they still owe them $1,000. And it's like, what do you mean I still owe you $1,000? Shoot, I done already gave you about $6. And I only had $450. I done already paid you like $600. And you're telling me I owe you another $1,000 for fucking what? Because that's how they're set up. Only pennies on the dollar are going towards the principal of the loan. And if you ain't smart enough to go in and check your freaking account and check how fucking much money that they're putting on you, you're stuck. Because you're not understanding. You're not getting it. You're not understanding that they are raping you. Period, point blank. They are cheating and getting over on people in the worst time because they are in need of cash. If you call yourself trying to give somebody a loan to help them to do whatever, and then you charge them this astronomical amount, apparently the interest on this thing is 700 and something odd percent. 700, I think it said 763.7% is what the interest is on this loan. So I say all of that to say this. Watch who you do business with. Watch your accounts. Make sure that you know what you're getting into before you take out a loan with any of these people online. It's normally online places. When you have a brick and mortar that's in your face and not on a tribal basis, on a tribal land, you stand a better chance of not being totally ramrod with these interests, these astronomically outrageous interest rates. And all I could say about my situation is I knew better. I knew better. But I allowed myself to get in this situation. And I can't fault anyone else but myself because I was not thinking. All I was thinking was I have to pay this light bill, which is astronomically high due to something that went on with my air condition for about a week or two, and it just ran constantly, and the house was so hot, and it was during the time where we were having our heat wave. So my light bill was so high until I couldn't pay it. I didn't have the money to pay it. And I had to get this loan. So, because I ain't sitting in nobody's dark. Never. If there's anything I can do to stop it. So, once again, I say that to say, even when you are in a crunch or in a bind and need money, do your research. Make sure you know the terms of the loan before you sign on the dotted line. Because I truly wish that I had known what I know now. The $6 is killing me every time I think about it. It's killing me. I'm like, I can't believe this, but just know I will have them paid off next week. Because I can't, I can't, I can't, I can't see myself giving nobody $1,600 for $450. You is insane. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you lasted this long, I love you guys. And please like, share, and subscribe. Also, continue to watch my videos if you like. Um, if at any time you have something that you would like for me to discuss, something that you'd like me to research for you that you may not have known, say a company that you feel is bogus, just hit me up. Leave me a comment. I will answer every comment that I got or question that I get. Just give me time to see it, because sometimes, for whatever reason, I don't get when I have a comment, and I don't see it until I check my videos. But anyway, I love you guys, and you all have a blessed and safe weekend. Bye.